What's up everyone, it's Dan and I'm back for another lesson of drumming without drums. Today I'm simply going to cover a neglected topic, I feel, something that I've neglected to talk to you guys about much, and that is rudiments. So remember in a couple of lessons we talked about what rudiments are. Rudiments are just like basic hand patterns that have been developed over time, and marching bands really focus on them. But they're great because they develop your technique, and you can apply rudiments to grooves, to fills, and it just makes you an overall better drummer, okay? So the first two rudiments that we talked about were simply singles. Single stroke roll, doubles, double stroke roll, parallels, right, left, right, left. And that's pretty much it. So we've covered those three rudiments. I want to talk about another really important rudiment, and we don't really need the hi-hat here for this lesson. But it's called a flam. That's F as in Frank, L-A-M as in mother, right? A flam. All a flam is one note preceded by another, what's called a grace note. A nice, short, softer note, right? So this is one flam, right? Now this is a left-hand flam. These are consecutive alternating flams. So that's how you should practice them. First, practice them really slow and make sure you're keeping the grace note down to begin with, and your lead note, you're keeping that hand high. So when you play your flam, you simply play this note a little bit before you play your main note, and then keep both strokes down at that point. So then before you play your next flam, you're going to raise up your left hand and play a left hand flam. Then raise up your right hand flam, and so forth. And then when you get used to it, you don't have to really think about keeping your hands down. It just naturally happens, right? So these are flams, and you could count along, play these in any sort of subdivision that you want. I mean, we could just play chord notes for now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's that. Those are flams, and they're really helpful because you can really apply these to grooves, to fills. And let me just give you an example. I mean, one of the most basic, widely used, and really cool fills involving the flam is simply to play a flam on B4, right? You could lead into the song 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Or you could put it at the end of a phrase, right? A phrase being a section of measures leading into the next part of the song, right? So say we're coming to the end of a phrase, 1, 2, 3, 4, crash, right? And then you go into your next groove, or you come back, right? So flams are really useful. You could intertwine flams within fills, right? Say we do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So see what I did there? I went 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I play the flam on 3 and 4 and 4 E and, right? So let me play that again a little bit slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. I just demonstrated a couple ideas to show you how you can intertwine flams into your fills and your grooves, all right? And flams are really good too, just to give you a sense of hand control, because it's actually kind of tough to play this little grace note before the actual accented note. And the grace note doesn't really fall in any particular place. It just is meant to fall right before the main note, the accented note, okay? So let me give you one more rudiment that follows up, that builds off of flams. So you got something to practice if you're really into this rudimentary stuff, which you should be at this point if you've watched all, 20 of my lessons. So these are called flam taps. And flam taps are really cool, as you'll see. But you can play flam taps nicely in the context of eighth notes. So all the flam tap is one flam followed by another softer note with the same hand that you played the accented note with, right? So one and. I played a loud right note, and then I played a second right-handed note right after it. So one and two and then you alternate them. So you go right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, one and two and three and four and one and two and. So again, those are called flam taps. Let me play them a little faster so you can see how cool they sound. And again, you can play these over the kit between the hi-hat and snare if you want. So this is how they sound at a medium tempo, right? 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And actually that's pretty slow still. Let me speed it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So check out what I'm doing there. Actually, when you play flam taps, you're playing actually 3 notes in a row with each hand. 1 and then the grace note with the right hand. 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? Main note, second eighth note, then grace note with the same hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And remember as well to keep your quarter notes there accented. Keep all the other notes down. Keep them low and keep them soft. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Alright? So those are flams and flam taps. Practice those. It's a really important rudiment. It's something maybe you heard about when you heard other drummers talking. You didn't know what they were talking about. You're like, flam, what the heck is that? Well, now you know. Alright? That's, I think, the 4th rudiment that we've learned. There's a whole bunch of them. So periodically, I'll interject a lesson here with that covers a basic rudiment, which you should know, and again is very helpful to your overall playing. Okay? So anyway, thanks for tuning in once again, and I'll see you next time.